Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Darius, and this video is not for the girls. Let's get right into it. So, I know some of you guys are wondering why I've been MIA and what's been going on, and I'll tell you what happened. No, I'll name them. I will. I'm gonna name them right now. Okay. So this is what happened. I did some traveling about what has it been, a week now, a week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever. I don't even remember. Halloween weekend I did some traveling, right? So I pre-recorded a video for that Thursday that I left, and then I also thought I should pre-record a video for the Monday that I was also traveling to come back, but I didn't do that. So I missed that Monday's video, right? So I'm like, let me get back in the groove of things. I come back, it's probably the beginning of November, very beginning, even though it's the beginning of November right now. But it was like the 3rd or 4th or whatever. I'm like, let me upload a video on Thursday to keep on my schedule. I only wanted to miss one day on Monday, and then I was just gonna, for Thursday, upload, and then also upload another time to make up for my Monday upload that I missed. So, now I'm gonna catch you guys up. So that Thursday, first of all, I want to thank you guys, for all of you guys who do know what happened, because my mom talked about it on one of her videos, and I also posted something on my Instagram, which is now gone. I deleted it, but I posted on my Instagram some pictures and stuff like that, and also kind of briefly just explained that I got into a car accident. But for those of you who don't know, most of you guys don't know what happened, actually. So I'm gonna fill you in on that right now. So, thank you for all the people who DM me and commented on my page and all this other stuff saying that you guys hope that I was okay. I am perfectly fine. I survived through the car accident. So let's get into the story time. So on that Thursday, this is Thursday, November 5th. I'm giving you a police investigation around what time, but I get up and I'm like, okay, I need to do a video today because I missed Monday. So I get up and I'm like, what should I do? And I decided to do Church's Chicken because they came out with a new, let me take this off because I'm starting to get hot. I don't know if that's gonna help me, but I decided to get Church's Chicken because they came out with a new chicken sandwich. So I was like, let me go really quickly go do this Church's Chicken video. And I was already running a little late, so I'm like, I gotta do this and then upload it today, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my God, the classic Darius procrastinating, right? So, I do this Church's Chicken video, and I'm on my way back, and the first thing I say to myself is, I've been doing these videos for quite a while, and I'm starting to get to know the city of Tucson a lot better. I'm starting, to like be able to get around and stuff like that because I've been going to all these different places or whatever. So I was like, I should know how to get home without using my GPS. That's the first thing I said to myself. So then I was like, okay, let me just not even put my address in my GPS and just try to see if I can get home without the GPS. So I started driving, and I know I'm about 11 or so minutes from the house or something, because that's how long it took me to get to Church's Chicken. So at around I'm like 7 or 8 minutes into this trip. So I'm driving through a green light, and I get into this intersection, and all of a sudden this vehicle is in my lane, like appears into my lane. And by the time it was in my lane, it was too late to do anything. I couldn't pass go. I couldn't collect $200. I couldn't do anything. It was too late, and this, woman's vehicle was in front of my car. And the only thing I remember is right before the collision happened. I'm driving through, and her car, like I said, just appeared, and I saw her bumper, and immediately we collide, right? When I tell you, first of all, I don't know if I'm supposed to remember what happened, like when I got hit or whatever, but I don't. Like, I remember the moments right before and the moments right after, but I don't remember what happened during the collision. I don't know, what my body hit, what happened or whatever. And I'm hoping that's not because my like brain disconnected for a couple seconds or whatever, which is very likely that could have not disconnected. You know, guys, what I'm trying to say. Whatever. So I hit her car. Her vehicle is literally right there, and the airbags in my entire vehicle go off. I mean, I don't know where it is, but all I know is every single airbag that could have gone on off in the front went off. And I remember, like I said, I don't remember what happened during the thing, but I just remember opening my eyes. I'm completely stopped on the road at this point. I'm in the middle of the intersection. And there's this like heavy smell in my car. I don't know how to explain it. It smelled like chemicals or something. I don't know. And I cannot see anything outside of my car. All the airbags had gone off. All I see is white bags around me. I'm trying to make sure I'm okay. I'm like, what? I'm literally so in shock. I'm like, what just happened? So, sorry, I'm trying to recollect everything. So, it takes me a couple seconds to regroup. Like, I'm like, okay, I just got into a car accident. I'm a little shaken up, obviously, because of what happened. So, I'm like, I just got into a car accident. Let me regroup myself. I take a couple deep breaths. I'm like, am I okay? What's going on? So then, I get out of the car, and I feel something wet, like, on my legs. And I'm like, am I bleeding? Because I had shorts on. And I'm like, am I bleeding? Why do I feel something wet? So, I look down. Girl, it turned out to be the church's chicken lemonade. It was on my it was on my leg. It was the church's chicken lemonade. It was on my leg. And I said, oh, okay. So then I was like, please. So I'm trying to figure out where this person is. Are they still in the car? Are they okay? What's going on with them? I'm fine. I can get out the car. I don't feel anything. I don't feel like I'm hit, hurt, whatever. So I get out the car, and then I look across the street, like, and there's a woman, and she's on the sidewalk, and she's like breathing heavily, and she's saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, what's going on? What is she okay? Like, is she like having a hard time breathing? What's going on? I immediately, before I go out across the street, because there was somebody who got out, who saw the accident happen and got out the car and went to go to her to see if she was okay. And I called the police standing at my car. I called the police. I was like, hey, whatever. Now I don't know if everybody else. Well, I'm sure they do. It's just me. It's always me. Whenever I have an issue, I'm like, does anybody else feel this way? And they always say no. Anyways, I don't know streets and roads. My whole life ever since I've been driving, I've just used GPS. And I get that people of my generation also use GPS, but they know streets and roads. But I don't know what they mean, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to say, I'm on river facing, that's where the street I was on. I'm on this street facing this way, or north, south, east, west, and I'm heading down this street and blah, 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 blah. Like, the intersections, I don't know if that makes me stupid, but like, I didn't know any of that. So the lady on the 911 call was asking me, where are you? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm looking at the street signs, and I'm like, and you have to couple all this with the fact that I am so shaken up. I'm literally like, my heart is pounding. I'm like, I'm literally shaking. Like, at the time, I didn't think about it now, but I mean, I didn't think about it then, but I'm thinking back now, I definitely was shaking. Like, I was like, my body just had a constant rumble. I was vibrating. And I'm like, I'm having trouble finding my my keypad to try to dial 911. I can barely dial 911. I'm so shaken up at this. And she asked me where I am. I'm like, I don't know. I'm on river and, you know, blah, 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 blah. I didn't know the other street. I mean, I saw the street. I don't remember it now is what I'm saying. I remember I told her the street, and she was like, I need more information than that. Do you know, where you're, like, what way you're facing? And I'm like, I have no idea. I'm in the intersection. I just need someone to come out here immediately. So, after I get off the phone with the police, first of all, she was like, I was still on the police when I walked on the phone with the police when I walked over to this lady to see if she was okay. So I get over to the lady and I'm talking or whatever, and I still have the police on the phone, and she was like, the lady on the phone was like, listen up, we got you, hang up. And I said, oh my God, I'm sorry. So then I hung up. I'm talking to this lady, and I'm like, hey, I think I said, I don't know if I asked her first, she asked me first, whatever, but we were like, are you okay? Each of us was okay. She just had I think she had a pain in her foot or something. No one was bleeding or anything. No one had any issues with external bleeding or anything like that. No one was bleeding. She was like, yeah, my chest hurts just a little. Luckily, we both, I think she did, but I'm assuming she did. We both had our seatbelts on, because I can promise you guys, if I did not have my seatbelt on, there is 100% chance that I would have been very injured. Like, if the airbags didn't go off, well, obviously those are all safety precautions that are supposed to happen when you get in a car accident. But if I did not have my seatbelt on, I can just picture me going through the windshield. Like, it was a bad collision. You guys saw the, I posted the, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted the images of the cars afterwards. You saw the whole front of my car is completely destroyed. My car is totaled. So if you see the image in the thumbnail too, I'm gonna put it in the thumbnail. If you see the image in the thumbnail, you will see that my car in the front is completely destroyed. I could have gone out of the windshield, like, if I didn't have my seatbelt on, or a lot of worse things could have happened. But either way, we were both okay, which is amazing. And I was very happy that none of us were injured, because even though it wasn't my fault, if something bad happened to her, I would have felt terrible. Like, just the fact that I was in an accident where somebody got injured, that would have made me sick to my stomach. You know what I'm saying? That even if it wasn't my fault, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Which it wasn't my fault. I just want everyone to know that, but whatever. Vernacular. So everything's okay. We're talking or whatever, and she, the fire department came. Fire department came, and this is when I noticed things. So the fire department came, and this is like maybe 5 or so minutes after the collision. So I'm talking to her, I'm like, are you okay? I'm talking to the witness too, to try to see everything, whatever. And then, you know what else I realized? Ain't nobody got a mask on. And I guess no one thought about it, obviously, because I didn't think about it at all. I'm over there going, kiki, is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? Which is what you're supposed to be doing at that time, not thinking about a mask. But then, after I calmed down just briefly for a moment and I got back to reality, I'm like, okay, we are still in the middle of a pandemic. So I pull my mask out of my pocket. No one else got a mask on, but it's okay, whatever. So I'm talking to everybody, whatever. Then the paramedics came. And then at this point, it's a couple minutes after the incident, and my adrenaline is starting to come down. So then I'm like, okay, I think my arm, I had a long sleeve shirt on. I'm like, I think my arm is like hurting or something. So I check my arm. I just do this. I roll up my sleeve or whatever. I have a bruise. Can't see it very much on camera. Actually, you can. See that dark spot right there? It was actually way worse when I first hit it. It's been a couple days. I had a bruise, and it was this big, and it was like swollen on there, and it was like red. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess I am hurt. So I'm like, okay, but it'll be fine. I'm not bleeding like externally or anything. I'm fine. So I get an ice pack from the paramedics. I say I don't need to go to the hospital. I'm fine, whatever. So then we do all the logistics, the statements. I get the witness's number, all the phone number and contact information, blah, 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 blah. And then I got my belongings out the vehicle. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Got my belongings out the vehicle. The vehicles were towed, obviously out the middle of the road. It's so crazy because I've never been in an accident where I like obstructed traffic. Like, it was like a bad accident. This was obviously the worst accident I've ever been in. It was a terrible accident, and we're in the middle of the intersection. Both cars are just in the middle of the intersection. All these cars, I'm looking at the traffic build up, and I'm watching this happen. It's so crazy being like the reason why something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. I've only ever seen accidents like cause traffic, but now my accident is the one that's causing traffic. So whatever. So I'm seeing all these cars build up or whatever, and they're all looking at me, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I just feel like everybody's looking at me, and I don't know if that's how it is. I'm trying to think if I've seen accidents before. Am I looking at the people going, oh my goodness, what happened? What are they doing now these days? These drivers are crazy. Like, I don't know what I feel like that's what they were doing to me, but I don't know. So I get home, and this is when it gets more serious. I get home, and like I said, exponentially, or I don't know if that's the right word to say, but my adrenaline is decreasing the more and more, time goes by. So I get home, I take off my shirt to better see this bruise on my forearm, and I realize that I have these gouges and scratches, like bad, I don't know how to explain it, like bruises and like scratches or whatever, all up my arm right here too. So now my theory is, during the collision that I don't remember, the actual collision section of it, I think the left side of my body hit something. I think it hit the door or something like that. Like, I don't remember. But the left side of my body hit something, because at this point, my whole left arm has stuff like, bruises on it, scratches, and I mean, like, I don't want to have to actually put these pictures in there because I did post them on my Instagram. But I had like these gouges in my arm. I don't know how to explain it. Whatever. And then I also had my left knee was very tender. So I'm like, okay, I hit my left side, whatever. I will be fine. I wrapped it up. I put some Neosporin on it. I wrapped it up with my first aid kit. I said, I'll be fine, whatever. A couple hours goes by, and I am sitting down on the couch, and at this point, the election was still heavy and people were watching it and whatever. So I'm watching the election, trying to get my mind off of what just happened. I was going to post, obviously, my video, but I didn't do it because too much had gone on. It was too late. I was like, I don't even want to deal with the video right now, whatever. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching, this election, and my head is hurting. And I'm like, why is my head hurting? Like, why, and it wasn't like, at first, it was like just a little bit of a headache. It came on gradually. So I took some Advil, this is around the time I got home. I took some Advil, and then it didn't, and I ate something. I forgot what I ate. I didn't eat, because I already ate the church chicken. I didn't eat anything. So I took some Advil. This was after I ate the church chicken. I took some Advil, and then like an hour or so went by, and it still wasn't like helping. The Advil wasn't helping. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, this hurts really bad. And it's getting progressively worse. And at this point, my headache is very bad. I can't, like, I felt like, I'm not even joking, I felt like I was stumbling on words. Like, I was talking to my roommates, and I'm tripping up on words. Like, I'm having difficulty, like, this seems like I'm trying it. I'm having difficulty, like, forming sentences. Like, the words just weren't coming to my brain. I don't know how to explain it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever. So then, subconsciously, my roommate it's getting later and later. My roommate turns on the light in the living room. And we have two lights in the living room. There's one like fluorescent white bright bar light, and then there's like these two yellow like dimmer lights, whatever. So she turns on the bar light, and I'm like immediately like, whoa, that hurts. I was like, can you turn that off and use the other light? So all these things are adding up. My head hurts, what else did I say? My head hurts. I can't form sentences. The light is hurting. And then I start hearing this ringing in my ear. And I'm like, okay, something happened in this car accident. This is not just a normal headache. I'm like, this is the car accident. So I'm realizing that these are all the signs of a concussion. So I'm like, okay, do I have a concussion or not? Is it just, because like, I don't ever want to be like, oh, and try to diagnose myself and be like, oh, this and that, this and that. But I'm having all these things happen to me, and I'm like, this is not signs of just a normal headache. Like, this was bad. So I'm like, okay, I need to go to the ER immediately, because I don't want, it's getting later and later. I was going to go to sleep, but I know you're not supposed to go to sleep if you do have a concussion. If it's like severe enough, you're not supposed to go to sleep. I don't know the science behind that or the reason behind that, but I'm like, oh, and also I started to feel nauseous. I was like, the last final straw, which was like, I need to go to the ER, is I felt like I was going to throw up. So before I go to the ER, I pop some ibuprofen in because the Advil wasn't working, and I'm like, I don't know why it's not working. So I go to the ER, and I sit there for like 2 hours. And mind you, it's 1 a.m. in the morning at this point, 1 or 2 in the morning or something like this, when I finally get into the ER. So I get in the ER, and I tell them all my symptoms, and they said that I had probably either a mild concussion or post-concussive symptoms, which I don't know the difference between those things. I don't know how, the doctor told me that concussions can last from either 10 minutes, he said from 10 minutes to like 6 weeks you could have a concussion, and I said, dang, that's a long span. But either way, he was like, you're probably either have a mild concussion or post-concussive symptoms. So I'm like, oh my goodness, whatever. So he's prescribed me something to help with the nausea, and then he also told me to alternate Advil and ibuprofen. So I had been doing that. Ooh, who was calling me? Please, girl, I don't know who that is. He had told me to be doing that or whatever. Long story short, I'm very glad that I'm okay. I've been fine now. It was for the first couple days, I was still feeling some of the symptoms. When I woke up the second day, this is Friday now, I woke up that day, I felt, this is how I know I hit my left side on something, or something like that, because the left side of my neck was just like, felt like I couldn't turn it very much. It was like, I don't know, stiff. It just hurt. So, I'm not going to get into the logistics with the insurance company and what happened and all that other stuff, but I'm just very happy that the other lady's okay. I saw a lot of comments saying that, material things can be replaced. The car can, whatever, it's a car. Whatever. My life and her life cannot be replaced. So I'm really happy that both of us are okay and that nothing happened to either of us that was so severe that we weren't, that we weren't injured that badly, right? And she was very grateful that too. She actually talked to me. She was like, when I saw you get out the car, she was like, when you didn't get out the car at first, 'cause I told you it took me a couple seconds to like regroup and like try to figure out what happened, how I was supposed to get out the car, if I was injured, blah, 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 blah. She was like, when she didn't see me get out the car, I'm sorry, it's getting dark. She said when she didn't see me get out the car, she was very worried about me, which is understandable. I would be too. But I'm glad that we're both okay, and I'm glad that a lot of you guys were worried about my well-being and commented and DM'd me, and all of the messages that I got were very nice, and I appreciate that. Right now, I am in a rental car, which was a blessing to have, because I didn't know that, or I just figured you couldn't get a rental car if you weren't 25. Now, somebody please tell me that. Tell me why that's the thing, because it's kind of bogus. I'm a whole 19 years old. I just don't know why I feel like there's a lot of things in America that you have to be there that are age restrictions. Gambling, marijuana, drinking, all these things have age restrictions. And to drive a rental vehicle, I can get an apartment. I'm in an apartment right now that has my name on the lease. And you're telling me that I cannot drive a rental car? I have to be 25. That just seems like excessive. Anyways, so luckily a lot of rental car companies will give you will rent to you. Well, first of all, actually, some of them are bogus, and I'll name them. Most rental car companies will rent to you if you're under 25, but they will charge you a underage rental fee, which I thought was going to be something cute and quirky, like an additional charge every single, like $10 a day, $20 a day. Girl, I tried to get a rental car before I got this one, before everything worked out. I tried to get a rental car for myself, and it was like $300 for the amount of time that I wanted, $380 something for the amount of time that I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it, have a rental car up until I went back to Ohio, so I can get a new car. I will be getting a new car soon. I'm not going to say anything about that yet, but I'm going to get a new car. But anyways, I'm going to be back in Ohio in like 2 weeks or so. So I wanted to wait until I was going back to Ohio to get a new car, because it would just be a lot to get it here and then have to have it shipped back for winter breaks or whatever. So then I get on this website. Actually, I'm about to tell the girls who it is. It was Budget. I went on Budget. I said, okay, let me see what I can get. So I get on Budget, and it was like $387 for like a 2-week period, because that's what I wanted, it for. And then I get all the way to the checkout, because I was like, oh my gosh, they rent to people who are under 25, but they just charge an extra fee, and I'm like, that I'm okay with that, whatever. I get to the checkout. It was $980 something. It went from $380 or $357 or whatever it was, in the 300s, to over $900. They were trying to charge me $600+ for me being 19, and I said, no, no. So then, no. And then I left the website, because they got me messed up. If I'm going to pay 3 times the amount that I was going to pay. $900? No. So anyways, then it luckily ended up working out, because Enterprise does it where if you are in a car accident and you are under the age of 25, they will, as long as it goes through the insurance company, as long as the insurance company is dealing with it, they will give you a rental car underage. So I have a rental car. I only have it for 2 days. That's what the guy told me. I hope it's more than that, because we haven't even settled anything. So I need, I was explaining to the insurance company that my vehicle is a form of my job. That's how I make my money. Like you guys know, I've been doing these car mukbangs. This is, not having a vehicle for those couple of days was hindering. I couldn't even get up if I wanted to go and film a video, because I didn't have any transportation to the place. I didn't have anywhere to film the thing. Like that was hindering my income. Whatever. So, either way, like I said, I'm happy for all the messages and the fact that we are okay. And, I just wanted to fill you guys in on why I haven't been here and how we're going to move forward. So first of all, my camera has been acting up. Well, it hasn't been acting up. Well, it just acted up today, because this is the first time I'm trying to film. My mic is like broken. I don't know how to explain it. It's not broken. It works. That's why you can hear it fine right now. I hope you can. But it's 24 minutes. It's off the hinges. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't stay. It used to sit and be perched and smile at me on top of my camera, and now it doesn't do that anymore. I have it resting like this. It's resting on the thing. So my mic is broken. My camera actually, I think the lens had some laminate on it. So I had to because I didn't know any of this until I got in the car just now. So I had to lick my finger and try to clean it off. So if it looks a little hazy or something, that's because of that. I just wanted to quickly get this out so that everyone knew that I was okay, which most of you guys know, and that I wanted to come on here and tell you guys myself that I was okay and that everything is fine, and give you a fill-in on what's to happen next. As far as what's happening next, as long as it depends on how long I can keep this rental car. If I can keep this rental car, up until things are settled, then perfect. Because, I'm assuming that's how it works. They would just give me because right now they only gave me 2 days, and I don't know what that means. I'm not going to... How can I buy a car if I don't even have the money yet from the incident? Whatever. So, right now, my plan is, if I'm able to have this rental car up until the everything is settled, I can do videos in this car, which I will make sure everything is clean. Don't try to get on me. Come to me, you can't do it in a rental car. I can do what I want. And then I will continue my schedule. I know it's been a lot. This past month has been a lot. I feel like every time I get on a video, I'm like, guys, my week has been stressful. Guys, my week has been stressful. It's been this and that, it's been this and that. And it has. This was by far the most curveball that could have happened. I didn't know that it was going to happen. I was very shocked. And another thing is that My parents just paid cash for that car, paid it off. You know, it was I was gonna say brand new to me, very brand new, 2016 Jeep Patriot with 29,000 miles on it. Which is how I got it. So I barely even had the car for like, what has been 2 months or like a month and a half or 2 months or whatever. I just got the car. My parents paid cash for it, you know, and now it's totaled, which is a bummer. But like I said, the brighter side is we're okay. That's all right, you know. And then you can still be upset about X, Y, and Z. Obviously, the main things that we're okay. I'm still upset that I don't have a vehicle anymore, but I will be getting another one. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope that I can have this rental car to be able to do my job, because you know, this is just how I make my income. I don't know what to tell everybody. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I've covered over everything. I'm not going to get into any, like I said, any specific details. But I'm glad that you guys are here at the end of this video. And I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm going to try to get, I don't know, oh, this is the last thing. If you made it this far, tell me if you still want me to upload the Church's Chicken video. Because I filmed it, but obviously it's old, and that's why I didn't upload it before I uploaded this video, because I didn't want you guys to think, oh wow, this is crazy. Sorry, I just saw a shirtless man in the ravine or something. I don't know. What is he doing? Oh no, he's not. Is he shirtless? I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to just upload the Church's Chicken video and everyone be like, what's going on? I thought you got into a car accident. Why aren't you talking about it? Because obviously that video was pre-filmed before. It was literally filmed right 5 minutes before I got into the car accident. So I didn't want you guys to be like, oh my gosh, why aren't you talking about it? Are you okay? Blah, 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 blah. So that's why I uploaded this video first. And then just let me know if you want me to still upload that video, because I did try the chicken sandwich at Church's Chicken, and I gave my thoughts and opinions on it, and it was just a normal mukbang. So let me know in the comments below. Again, I thank you in advance for all the people who are going to, on this video, say that they're glad I'm okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to try to upload this video today, the day I'm filming it, so that everyone knows that I'm okay. Coming from my mouth. I know my mom talked about it and everything, but I appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys Thursday maybe? I don't know. Today is Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, happy Veterans Day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.